karate lesson, Billy. How did that feel? How did you get on?
It was great, actually, quite invigorating for a nice sunny morning like this. Taught me a few tricks and for the political world, perhaps. I'm not sure I should get that violent, but it was good. It was an invigorating experience. I think there's a steady decline in support for independence, and also, in fact, for the SNP, and that's an indication that people think we should put recovery first in the next Parliament rather than another independence referendum. Whatever your views on independence, I think most people would agree that this is probably not the time to have that debate, because we'll need the skills and talents of everyone in the country to come together to get us through these massive challenges that we face. So I think the last 2 weeks of this campaign are going to be very, very interesting.
And lastly, just your reaction to Emma Harper's comments on the border and jobs.
It was an extraordinary comment from somebody who should know better, because she represents the south of Scotland, where people are passing back and forward across the border for jobs and for life and for family. So it's an extraordinarily trivial point for her to make, that it might be an opportunity by creating a border. And I think it shows how ill thought through these plans are for independence and how significant the consequences could be.
Thanks very much.
We're very sceptical about vaccine passports, or vaccine ID cards, in fact, is what we would call them. I think the government's taken a big step in requiring people to have some form of health treatment in order to access everyday services. I think that's a significant move. So therefore I think the plan should be delayed, at least until we get a chance to debate them properly in the Parliament, to explore how far this is going to go. I think it's going to be an expensive administrative process. I think it's also going to divide society, because lots of people have made huge sacrifices over the last year, but they've still not had the vaccine. So why should they be left out of accessing wider services? So let's just call a halt to this just now, so we're going to have a wider debate in Parliament.
Polling would suggest that there is reasonably broad support for some sort of vaccine certification system. Is there a danger that Scotland might get left behind if other countries go ahead and do their own systems?
I don't think we'll be left behind, because I think other countries will find that they're expensive, they divide society, and it's taken a big step in requiring people to have medical treatment in order to access daily services. I don't think that's a smart move, and I think we should stand very firm on this, and at least we can do is to have a debate in Parliament when we return.